station 66.
Okay, now I'm getting a little pissed here. Do you have any idea what time it is?
9 minutes since the last time you called.
Well, I hope you're happy, because I ate all the Twixes by myself, and now I want to throw up. But don't start bitching when you show up and there's a lack of Twix, that's all I'm saying.
That'll be my cross to bear.
So you guys done soon?
Haven't even started.
Oh, nice. Sensational. Well, I guess I'll just go in and vomit this shit up and start in on the Milky Ways then.
Ask him, does he want us to pick up some panty liner for him on the way?
Do you need us to pick up some panty liner on the way?
What?
Panty liner.
Panty liner.
For his vagina.
For your vagina.
Maybe a few My Doll and some Emily in Paris.
Some My Doll and... What's Emily in Paris?
Are you living up your own ass? It's a fucking new show on Netflix, man.
You know, I could go for something light and aspirational right now, but someone changed his Netflix password, didn't he?
We're not in the same household, asshole. It's not my fault they cracked down.
Nah.
Ask him, did Hemorrhoid show up?
Yeah, right. By the way, did the new guy show up?
Yeah, he did. About 3 hours already. Fuck you very much.
Hey, is this the Temple of Doom?
No, it's the courtroom from Aaron Brockovich.
That's the Temple of Doom.
Guilty.
You make this?
Yes.
Why?
You know, sometimes I ask myself the same thing. So anyway, come on, like, hurry your ass up, all right? I want to watch Terrifier 3. And
can I play with this?
Seriously? Knock yourself out.
Oh, for pity's sake.
What?
Timu. I swear to God, man, it's like an unhealthy relationship. It's my Glenn Close. Why can't I quit you?
What did you buy now?
It's not what I bought, but what I'm probably gonna have to buy. 45 new tokens and 2 free gifts. Fuck. Like, I'm not gonna say no to a sleek steel briefcase or this adorable s'mores nativity scene.
Oh, that Hallmark one I saw on Amazon. Yeah, it's sold out.
No, it's not Hallmark. It's the Midwestern company. From the looks of it, it ain't that either. But it's a reasonable facsimile.
No. Yeah. No, I have to. I mean, you can't take it to the grave, right?
But anyways, we'll be over there as soon as possible.
3 bonus spins.
Well, what soundtracks are you looking at tonight?
Wouldn't you like to know? Stick around.
Wouldn't you know it? I got the best prize on all 3.
Texas My Care and all the 96% dudes, the 3% female subscribers, and that one unspecified in our YouTube analytics. Happy Halloween! And welcome to the 5th annual Spooktacular.
Wait, only 3 women watch the show?
Yes, that's how it works.
Holy shit.
Yes, and 2 are family. And well, the other one is a sexual mystery.
I do like a good erotic mystery.
Well, for sure.
I like to picture her on a canopy bed with like black mosquito curtains drawn, just drinking Campari by candlelight, just folding panties and seductively giggling under the sheets with us for fear that her cruel and ultra jealous oil-chic husband should find out.
All right, that'd be all right.
Well, I'm glad a woman living in sexual oppressed terror is a turn-on for you.
Well, no, it's not like that, but I don't know. Maybe you bought her like a nice Tuscan beige Bentley, and she's got like a closet full of jewels.
Oh yeah, and maybe like a diminutive but muscle-bound eunuch who assists with day-to-day palace life.
Well, I mean, she'd have to know there was a catch.
I shacked up with worse, and all I got was unbelievable disgust and resentment, and her dead brother's old maxims.
I stand corrected. Anyway, 'tis the season of the witch, a night where we put the metallic steel aside and spread our love for our other passion, horror movie soundtracks. Now, in previous years, we covered a lot of awesome movie scores, but tonight
Let me ask you this. A simulation flame aromatherapy lamp? Or an oversized rubber duck dressed as Heisenberg?
But tonight,
Use your points and get them both.
That's true.
But tonight, I thought we'd spotlight and celebrate the glorious Nightmare on Elm Street soundtracks.
It's just a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Just a dream.
Holy shit, man. Do you mind if I get this goddamn intro over with?
Hey, if Freddy was gonna get you, what would your dream death be?
Oh, definitely the Roach Motel scene part 4.
No, you peen. Not from the movie, yours personally.
Oh, anything to do with nipples.
What?
Like getting them pierced or like titty twisted to death. Man, I'm very sensitive. And not that 9.5 weeks way either. I'm serious, my con should not have to wear shirts.
Well, don't wear one on account of me.
Did you ever see Chewbacca without his bandolier? It's obscene. That poor kid was never the same.
Don't be afraid.
Well, them titties are fair game now.
I swear, Castillo, just glance at them and make a sudden flinch. And I'll rip that mustache right off your face.
That's your Freddy death. Like you're back in the woods, but this time you've got an obscene rack of Chesty LaRue Mae Westers. And they're growing bigger and bigger by the minute.
A couple of punky Brewsters.
Punker.
Bouncing and chafing furiously from the sweat and terror as a mob of horny documentarians unrelentingly stalk you for a documentary for Spike TV or Hulu.
And then DK shows up in like some sort of striped red and green Ed Hardy shirt. But it's Freddy, and he titty twists you to death.
Oh, God forbid, that's my worst nightmare.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my lord. An iPhone case that looks like a waffle.
It's just a dream. Oh, it's a nightmare. It's just a dream.
First off, I'm going to apologize for a couple of things here. I'm going to probably be dropping names like Harry Manfredini, or Riz Ortulani, or maybe like a Lalo Schifrin, and I feel total douche chill vibes from it all. Secondly, I'd like to apologize to Mr. Hanks for the comments I made on Dr. Phil about you having red leather shoes made from the stolen corpse of the little kid from Poltergeist. It was in fact Paul Williams. Now you can see why I'd make that mistake. I've been unwisely lessening my milligrams of sertraline and reading Corey Feldman's autobiography, and that's a deadly combination. Nevertheless, tonight we're gonna be celebrating what is this now? Long Halloween's fire in November. Oh, whatever the fuck. And we're gonna be doing it by loosely celebrating the soundtracks and scores of the wildly successful Elm Street franchise. All while providing little insight and offering nothing really interesting to say. And along with me on this wild ride is my station colleague, Vincent Castillo. And special guest, New Line cinema historian and supreme leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un. Welcome.
나의 확고한 의지입니다.
Like your father, you two are a little bit of a film buff, I understand.
이로부터 우리는 이미 더 이상 핵무기를 만들지도 시험하지도 않으며
What is it that attracted you to American cinema?
전파하지도 않을 것이라는 데 대하여 내외에 선포하고 여러 가지 실천적 조치들을 취해 왔습니다. 나는 앞으로도 언제든 또다시 미국 대통령과 마주 앉을 준비가 되어 있으며 반드시 국제사회가 환영하는 결과를 만들기 위해 노력할 것입니다. 인민들의 생명 건강을 보호하기 위한 최대 비상방역전에서의 승리를 쟁취하였음을 선포합니다. 나는 앞으로도 언제든 또다시 미국 대통령과 마주 앉을 준비가 되어 있으며 반드시 국제사회가 환영하는 결과를 만들기 위해 노력할 것입니다. 다만 미국이 세계 앞에서 한 자기의 약속을 지키지 않고 우리 인민의 인내심을 오판하면서 일방적으로 그 무엇을 강요하려 들고 우연히 공화국에 대한 제재와 압박으로 나간다면 한 자기의 약속을 지키지 않고 우리 인민의 인내심을 오판하면서 일방적으로 그 무엇을 강요하려 들고 우연히 공화국에 대한 제재와 압박으로 나간다면 우리로서도 어쩔 수 없이 부득불 나라의 자주권과 국가의 최고 이익을 수호하고 조선반도의 평화 안정을 이루기 위한 새로운 길을 모색하지 않을 수 없게 될 수도 있습니다. 평화 번영의 길로 나아가기로 확약한 이상 조선반도 정세 긴장의 근원으로 되고 있는 외세와의 합동군사 연습을 더 이상 허용하지 말아야 하며 외부로부터의 전략 자산을 비롯한 전쟁 장비 반입도 완전히 중지되어야 한다는 것이 우리로서도 어쩔 수 없이 부득불 나라의 자주권과 국가의 최고 이익을 수호하고 조선반도의 평화 안정을 이루기 위한 새로운 길을 모색하지 않을 수 없게 될 수도 있습니다. 완전히 중지되어야 한다는 것이 우리의 주장입니다.
Alright, let's get into it, fuck. Alright, the one that started it all. Number one, Charles Bernstein here. And let me get this out of the way. My favorite.
Oh, them's fighting words.
Inarguably, Freddy was the foundation that New Line cinema was based on, but you wouldn't necessarily say it at the time, especially from this low-budget soundtrack. The synths are dated, but it is creepy as hell, and it is where we get that iconic theme song, which was weirdly abandoned for the second one. What pissed me off the most about this one,
Hey, what about that end credits music?
213 Band. Now that's Horror Nerd's Jimmy Hoffa Conspiracy. It's the most wonderful piece of shit I've ever heard. Very manly, but in a gay way. It's like the sort of tune that you'd hear on a Chippendale video, or an episode of Solid Gold with a bunch of men in red and green spandex, thrusting their pelvises forward in unison, and rolling about in chiffon sheets.
대통령과 마주 앉을 준비가 되어 있으며 반드시 국제사회가 환영하는 결과를 만들기 위해
Yes, of course. Dennis Quaid and Christopher Plummer in Dreamscape.
국가의 최고 이익을 수호하고 조선반도의 평화 안정을 이루기 위한 새로운 길을 모색하지 않을 수 없게 될 수도 있습니다.
I forgot how similar these stories were.
평화 번영의 길로 나아가기로 확약한 이상 조선반도 정세 긴장의 근원으로 되고 있는 외세와의 합동군사 연습을 더 이상 허용하지 말아야 하며 외부로부터의 전략 자산을 비롯한 전쟁 장비 반입도 완전히 중지되어야 한다는 것이 우리의 주장입니다.
Your New Line history is awe-inspiring.
And speaking of gay, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. I swear to God, the homoerotic subtext in this completely went over my head, even with all the ass whipping and Jesse screaming like a bitch. The rough trade S&M bar right out of cruising. Maybe I'm just sexually naive, like Hillbilly Jim. Soundtrack-wise, this is far from Bernstein's electronic score. Chris Young comes up with a more acoustic attack, dreamy, fog-headed, despite not having the iconic Elm Street 1 skip rope theme. That's not surprising considering that Elm Street has never really had a cohesive scoring.
당중앙위원회와 공화국정부를 대표하여
Chuck Russell wrote Dreamscape, but he also directed Elm Street 3.
Correct. And let me just say that not having Honda Rays hold me on this. Another crime. And much like Halloween 3, Legion of Gen Xers and their poor inundated with 80s culture offspring have reevaluated and actually embraced their hatred for the second Elm Street venture. We love you, Jesse. We just wish that you headed right back to the leather bar and get yourself some well-earned demolition cruising ass instead of bearding up with Lisa in the end. Be yourself, kids.
I fully agree. And let me just tell you something. This is my favorite Elm Street. Kevin Yeager's makeup alone.
건강을 보호하기 위한 최대 비상 방역전에서의 승리를 쟁취하였음을 선포합니다.
This one, holy shit, Elm Street 3. Here we get a big pivot. Vaudeville Freddy and MTV embraces him. A fan favorite. And I can't even tell if it's good or bad anymore. I saw this at the Liberty in New York, and I shit you not, I ran into Sam Elliott brushing his teeth in the bathroom.
Dutch Ram. What a handsome man. A real silver fox.
화해로 나가려는 것은
Yeah, and Shear's boyfriend with the Elephant Man kid, man.
Yeah, I remember this getting a huge push. Sweepstakes to guest in part 4, before the third was even out. Dawkins, heavy metal hoopla. What a piece of forgettable shit. This time the composer, David Lynch's main man, Angelo Badalamenti.
Amante Bambino.
I hate this soundtrack.
많은 결과를 만들기 위해 노력할 것입니다.
Sucks to him. Sparse synth samples sound like absolute dog shit. Dissonant and cliche.
Totally phoned in the database of radio tracks and analog synths. The same ones that probably H.G. Lewis used for Blood Feast, right?
여러 가지 실천적 조치들을 취해
If you got more than a case of beer and like $30 gift certificate to Bob Evans, I'd be willing to punch David Lynch in the dick for putting this asshole on the map. But I mean, you know, our condolences to the family after his death.
Oh yes. Rest in peace. If I can hack. Alright, Elm Street 4. Craig Saffin, back on track with a nod to Bernstein synth roots. Over the top, but how the hell can you blame a man who has to come up with a score for a movie that has the face and the balls to resurrect Freddy from a satisfactory finale from part 3, only to have him brought back by a flame-pissing dog? This series is about as far removed from Craven's original concept. Freddy now forced to extend his vengeance beyond the children of Elm Street, much like Bronson in Death Wish. With all his family dead, Bronson was forced to, avenge the maid who made his hotel bed.
Mr. Savin, I'm sorry. After part 3, I didn't even bother with the scores. Because thanks to the whole MTV marketing hype, we were given more alternatives.
Yeah, that's true. That was an era when you got more options. The instrumental scores on one record, and the other one the soup du jour pop rockers for the teens. Clearly a Chrysalis Records joint here, unleashing upon us a library of mediocrity. The Fat Boys, fresh from the wiped-out career suicide collab with the Beach Boys. Dash of Vinnie Vincent and Sea Hags for the suburban kids. Sinead O'Connor and the Divinos for the second-year college crowd. And your sister's favorite dry hump band, Go West. And again, fuck you for not having Drama-Rama on there.
I might add one more thing. The change from Patricia Arquette to Tuesday Night in part 4, that didn't bother me at all. Because, well, Tuesday Night didn't seem like she was too good for this film. I gotta tell you, and this is just between us, Arquette, not to be crass, but I get the feeling that having sex with her would be like banging a bag of sand.
Who are you? You look very nice. I like your hat. Do you work here in the Temple of Doom? I'm the drum player. I like a man who plays the drums, but you're so bad and greasy and fat. But that mustache is irresistible. Give me a kiss, you beast. Ram, you dick face. Get up here and fight me like a man. You dare not say that, Indiana Jones. I'll rip your heart out and throw you in a lava pit. Oh, no, you didn't. No. Come your heart, Dr. Jones. No. Keep kissing me, bitch. I think you're very talented. Thank you. I do it for the kids. I like to put it in the show sometimes, spicing it up, you know? Give it a visual look. I'm wasting my time in this horseshit. I'm wasting my talents. That is so true. But don't be sad because my people have plans for you. Elm Street 5. J.M.F. and Ferguson scores on the style of a substance film. Now, if J. Ferguson means nothing to you, then you're an ignorant slut because he's just the man behind 16mm Band, which graced the Terminator soundtrack, showcased when the T-800 blasted Sarah Connor's roommate while she was making a post-sex sandwich. You idiots. Pictures of you ring a bell? Forget it. Philistines. Again, I decided to go down the MTV trail instead of the score option. Big mistake. Say what you want about Chrysalis, Jive Records. Ugh, up there with Arista for having a cavalcade catalog of noxious discharge. I'm sorry, LSA brothers, but you know it's true. Elm Street 5 embracing a more of a hip-hop dance mix theme. Samantha Fox's Worst Offering, as well as Houdini in '89. Schooly D, Cool Mo D, something with ice and more D's. And believe it or not, Bruce Dickinson solo and some Wask.
I gotta say, I like this version of Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter better than the one on No Prayer.
No Prayer sounds like it has meningitis.
중앙위원회와 공화국 정부를 대표하여 영내에 유입되었던 신형 코로나 비루스를 박멸하고
It looks like he crawled out of an LL Bean catalog.
새로운 길을 모색하지 않을 수 없게 될 수도 있습니다.
Well, you'll have to forgive us. We weren't all blessed with sex dungeons. Alright, Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare, 3D. A disappointment that could only rival Jason Takes Manhattan, The Phantom Menace, and the final episode of Seinfeld. The sixth and final chapter. Freddy's about as scary as his own Pez dispenser, and his action figures, and his pull-string dolls, his pencil cases, board games, costumes, pinball, bubblegum, water squirters, lunchbox comics, you name it. Now the Kevin Yaga makeup long abandoned for a $20 Don Post alternative. To call this one a made-for-TV thriller would be an insult to Bad Ronald or Dawn, Portrait of a Teenage Runaway. That said, the soundtrack here now is in the hands of Metal Blade, and you'd think after the Jive and Chrysalis fiasco, shit would finally get cooking. But no. Instead, the album is more of a showcase for the Goo Goo Dolls.
평화 번영의 길로 나가기로 확약한 이상
Oh, totally acceptable. And Johnny Resnick, I mean, he's a good kid. But I think what Texas Mike is saying, that it would
I'm saying that yes, there's Fate's Warning and a cool Iggy Pop track. But give us some Ahmed Sane instead of that beer commercial sounds of the Junk Monkeys and fucking Johnny Law.
위원회와 공화국 정부를 대표하여 영내에 유입되었던 신형 코로나 비루스를 박멸하고 인민들의 생명 건강을 보호하기 위한 최대 비상 방역전에서의 반드시 국제사회가 환영하는 결과를 만들기 위해 노력할 것입니다.
No, because Kincaid came back.
That was Yaphet Kotto, you idiot.
What? No, Yaphet Kotto was an alien.
Yes, he did star in other movies. That's what actors do, you clod. Kincaid was played by Ken Sagos.
건강을 보호하기 위한
Well, then who's in Running Man?
That's Yaphet Kotto.
I don't think so.
Superstation 6? Yes. Yes. No, not much, no. Yeah, finishing up. No. But Castillo's probably racist. No, Yaphet Kotto. Oh, for fuck's sakes, that's right on Entebbe. And Idi Amin was the character Yaphet Kotto was playing. Yes, I'm sure.
He was Chicken Joe and Roots, though, right?
지하였음을 선포합니다.
이래